that made it appear like that on the last video. What's your response to all that, man?
My response is that he did not say anything about his lesion or his sore whenever we first engaged in sexual contact.
At all?
It wasn't at all. It wasn't until February 14th, whenever
Did
we
you
were laying
notice
in
it?
bed.
Did you notice
Huh?
it? Did you
I did.
notice?
Yes, I did see it. My thought process whenever I was coming into it was this was my first collab, professional collab. The collaborations that I had prior were all romantic partners that I was comfortable enough to have sex with on camera. He was the first person that I ever had sex with that I did not know prior. And not only that, he was somebody that I was watching online and that I was fantasizing over for the longest. So whenever I got there, I assumed that it was a safe space.
Did you do
I
what did you,
assumed
sorry, what did you think it was? You know, because you know you did see it. So what did you think that it was?
I honestly, whenever I was going into it, I really didn't think much of it. It wasn't so what's crazy is the reason what made me ask is because I I don't know if I can show the videos anymore, right? But it changed. What it was the first day that I met him turned into three different things. You know? I didn't know what it was, what that was on his dick. At first, it was just one little circle, and you can see in the pictures that I posted in that black outfit, you could see that the lesion looked like one little scab. If you scroll over with me in the pink dress, that was the day, February 14th, the day that I asked. You can see that the lesion turned into three separate placements.
And,
If I have to,
just asking for clarification. So when I was listening to him, and maybe I don't know if Aiden got a different, conception of what he was saying. So this, he said y'all filmed several times. I thought it was the same day. You're saying this was over several days.
yes,
How
I
many days?
filmed with Gucci. The first day we filmed three sets. Three sets. So it was the one that went mega viral with the tan and blue outfit, and then we filmed the black set with the black and the fishnets, and then we filmed another set in the same B&B with red. We filmed three sets that day. That day he invited me to fly out to Houston and spend the week with him, and I agreed. I
Okay.
packed up my bags, I packed up my Airbnb, and I literally flew out there. And there we filmed two sets. Three, actually. One was one in the red set. Another one was while I had a pink dress on, and the other one was a threesome while we were drunk.
And it was in Houston that you said, "Hey, your penis looked like this the first night, but now you're noticing some difference." That's what you're saying, right?
That's not exactly what I said. No, that's not how it went. I literally, whenever I was laying there, I noticed because over time I noticed that he was like messing with himself. Right? I noticed that he would like put his hand down there. Now I know he was itching it,
So he was itching
and he
it.
would
You
just.
saw him itch it. You saw him start to itch it.
I saw him put his hand down there and fix himself, and now I know that that's a discreet way to scratch your herpes sore.
Got it.
So I asked him, I was like, "Hey, what is that on your dick?" I didn't say, "Oh, it changed over time." No, I just said, "What is that on your dick?" He said, "Oh, I cut myself while shaving." I said, "Oh, that's crazy." But Aiden, I completely believe you whenever you say that you get hair on your dick.
I do.
I have an ex that had hair on his dick. So
Yes.
whenever I heard that, I was like, no, I've met a man that had hair on his dick before. And I know it's very rare because I've had sexual partners, numerous sexual partners in the past.
I
There's
thought
only one man that I came in contact with that had that, but it's still possible. And you guys can get a doctor to come on here and talk about it.
So that's
It's
why,
real.
but that's why you were kind of like not really like freaking out because you thought, oh wow, maybe that just what it was. I
On top of
understand.
that, he's one of the biggest porn stars in the game.
So you're
Porn
like, yeah,
stars.
you're thinking like, oh, there's no way because he's one of the biggest porn stars in the game. There's no way he could have that. Got it.
I'm 19 years old. This is my first collaboration. I didn't even know that I was supposed to go to talent testing or clear. Bianca Blue, actually, the person that you brought up here, I actually had a conversation with her a little bit afterwards. I would have to check what date it was, but I already told her that he had herpes. She was there the night before I linked up with him. If we compare dates, she was there the night before. If not, she was there 2 nights before, but she was in that range. She was there and
Do you believe he had sex with her during that time?
he had sex with her while he had that outbreak, but she didn't see it. She told me herself she didn't see it. Even
Okay.
whenever we spoke about it. And I showed her the videos. She actually saw more videos than the rest of the world saw. She was like, oh my gosh, what the fuck? She even confirmed to me, yeah, that looks like herpes. That's why she's not going to sit up here and say, I don't think he has herpes. She's not going to say that. She's not going to corroborate his story because she knows what I told her back whenever I was still devastated about what happened to me.
Do you think she got paid off, or do you think she's just keeping her mouth shut for a specific reason? Why would she say otherwise?
I have no idea. I don't know this girl from really a can of paint. This was just somebody that I wanted to let aware because she was a collaboration of his. Um, After I caught HSV, I actually reached out to numerous porn stars. I met some porn stars in person, like on a whim, randomly, and I told them my story. This story was not necessarily a secret amongst the porn community, especially if I came across you and I came in contact with you. I did tell. I told as many people as I could. It just didn't get far enough.
Got it. Got it.
I have a theory, and I gotta want to. I'm gonna parlay into a question. So, if what you're saying is right, and even about this Bianca Blue girl who was just on here, and she might have been exposed to it. Who knows if she did contract the virus, or who knows if she had the virus already? Because we all know how the virus presents itself.
Mhm.
I think the question here also becomes, because I have a theory that there's, and that's why I asked him. I said, how many people you think are in this industry, especially of OnlyFans,
Who's telling the truth,
that
chat?
you think might have the virus, that
Gucci or
might just
Danae?
be selected to say, hey, okay, Danae wants to shoot with me. I'm having an outbreak. I'm gonna just tell her next week when I'm good, or 2 weeks, whatever the time it is. I feel like you're the most vocal person that's out in it, and here's the question: why did you out it? And do you think that there are people that are being silent because there's almost a scarlet letter on you right now, while other people are like, yeah, he gave me the joint too, but I'm gonna keep it low because I'm still gonna be able to work.
Right.
Now, when people think of you, they instantly think of that.
Mhm. So basically, it was built up over time. Whenever I first contracted the virus, I really did want to speak out, but because of the people around me, the people I was messing with, and everything like that, they didn't want, like what's going on right now. They didn't want the world to think they had herpes too, because I had herpes. So I was really saving other people's asses that I was around, and also I was also way too afraid to just come out because OnlyFans is my main source of income. I am the breadwinner in my family. Even at 19, 20 years old, I was still the breadwinner in my family. My mom was being assisted and everything like that. I didn't just feel comfortable going out and saying, oh, yeah, I had herpes. Victims of sexual assault, victims of things like this don't just come out blatantly immediately. Even then, even whenever I wanted to, didn't mean that I was going to go and do it.
So
It was just something in my heart that I knew that I wanted to do.
So you speaking up now, what's changed, right? Obviously, the whole world is. You're not. By the way, I want to let you know it's very. I'm gonna let you speak on what you want to speak on. Actually, no. Matter of fact, I'll hold my thought. You tell me what you're just about to say. Go ahead.
Okay, so about a month ago, the only other man that I publicly had unprotected sex with after I caught herpes, at Touch Money V, he does not have herpes either. Um, he called me and he was like, "I need to let you know something that's been weighing on me. There's another girl saying that Gucci gave her herpes, but she's not going to come out and say it. It's this white girl, and I don't necessarily want to say her name. I don't want to. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that guy." Because that is her story and what she wants to tell. But there were rumors that he already gave somebody else herpes, right? And so I was like, oh my gosh. So I was right. Because whenever I first caught it, I was like, what if he's doing it to a ton of people? And then after that, he had a collaboration that I noticed, and she's some porn star's baby mother or something like that. And I noticed that she quit OnlyFans after working with him. That's another thing that I noticed. And then he posted a collaboration with a girl that I was mutually associated with online. She was another girl that I was afraid possibly got exposed to HSV too. And at that time, it was to the point where it was like, I felt like if I found out another girl caught it after me, it would
Stop. It's not
destroy me.
her.
And if I'm being honest, it has happened. And there are people that they know that it was him. But as far as their careers, they're not willing to jeopardize their reputation. They're not willing to change their career right now. They don't want the hate that's going on because I'm sure everybody is watching what's going on, how people are talking about me and my situation. These girls don't want to be publicly humiliated. There are other women that are too afraid to speak up. And eventually, after this live stream, I have a really good feeling that they might come out and say what they need to say. But that's basically why I came out here.
Real quick, how many girls would you say that have associated themselves with Gucci that you think may have it?
That I think, or that I know so far?
That you know so far.
Both.
Well, allegedly, no, whatever, because I don't necessarily know if these girls are completely telling the truth, but I do believe them. Right now, I have 3 people confirmed that are telling me that they got it from him and tested positive after they collabed with him, all of which are on the fence about pressing charges. But I want to say something, and I want to show something real quick, just because he did try to just say that weird stuff about, oh yeah, she probably gave it to me. So I'm going to go on my Quest Diagnostics. Mind you, I did not know about talent testing or Clear whenever this happened. So I'm going to log in because this man, for some reason, didn't want to show himself logging in. Little reminder, if you go on Twitter, you'll see that he was known whenever his name was Mandingo Gucci for faking his test results. So I just want you guys to keep that in mind.
Wow.
But if you do your research on him, but watch, it's signing in. Give me a second. But I will show you that March 1st, 2024, I was still negative for HSV2 and HSV1.
And then what was the date that you tested positive for it?
I can't tell you yet. As soon as I call, because I will call the place. I did not get an actual.
Okay.
I didn't get on here. I got a phone call that I tested positive for it.
Okay.
It's not working. Hold on, give me a second. It's literally loading.
Sure.
I don't know why this is being crazy, but
someone said, can you ask about the Melt situation? Did you? Because I know who Melt is. Is that somebody that you had sex with, not knowing that you had HSV2, or what happened with that?
No. Well, respectfully, I really didn't want to talk about that man because he is clout chasing. He's actually started to burn a lot of bridges with people in the industry for some reason.
Okay.
I'm not really sure why.
Hey, so I wanted to,
Hold on. She got it right here. Let's see.
Okay, so we're gonna scroll to 3/1/24.
We see it. Yep.
View.
Okay.
Wait a second. So I want you to see hepatitis B. So we're gonna go to HSV1 and 2. I was still negative.
Got it.
For both.
Got it.
3/1/2024. Gucci, if you get that positive result tomorrow, you did not get it from me, boo. Respectfully. But
how much do you trust that he's going to his private physician rather than one of these industry standards? He said he's going to a private physician, so he's going to have to share his results rather than something that could be verified, or something that's more industry standard. What's your thoughts about that?
Who's guilty, Chad?
My thoughts is he's been literally
Somebody's guilty.
Documented as a liar. Like there are numerous accounts saying that he's lied to people's faces. So I don't trust him in the slightest bit. Not a word that this man says anymore I will ever believe unless I, one, have proof from not only him, but a third party that has nothing to do with his personal life. Nothing. That is the only time I will believe that anything that comes out of his mouth. I know that
Danae,
from this man.
Danae, are you going to continue to be doing OnlyFans and content like that, to that matter? Are you going to continue to do so even though you tested positive for HSV2? I just want to know, what does the future look like for you?
So as far as collaborations, I've stopped for months. The last collaboration that I had was with Touch Money V a couple months ago. I think it was about 3 months ago. I have not done an actual sexual collaboration in a couple months. I do not plan on continuing collabs. I do plan on keeping my OnlyFans up, and I may drop content if I choose to, but that is now something that I do want to leave behind because it has caused some trauma in my life. And I
And,
also
can I ask you about that last collab? You said the last collab with Touch Money V. That was after you reportedly contracted the virus. Were you upfront with him and saying, "Hey, listen, I got this," or
yes.
did you not know yet? And he
No.
was okay with it.
I was completely aware that I had HSV, and not only that, I was telling people. By the time that I came in contact with Touch Money V, he was already mutual friends with people who were talking about it in front of him that I caught HSV too from Gucci. So he hit me up in my DM, texted me, telling me that he wanted to collab with me, and he was like, "But I have a couple questions." I didn't even tell him about my HSV2 diagnosis. He asked me, "Hey, I heard this. Is this true?" And
Wow.
I told him yes.
So
And then afterwards, he still decided like he wanted to still collaborate. He was completely aware. I even told him to make himself completely comfortable because he was in his head at the time. He even called his doctor himself, and his doctor told him that if she doesn't have an outbreak or is about to get an outbreak, the chances of you catching HSV2 is low. It's actually down to 10%. Even if if it's a viral shedding episode, it is still low at 10%.
got you. Well, sorry, I just have one question here. What is the situation regarding the Matt situation? Who's Matt, and what's the situation regarding Matt?
Who's Matt?
So much plug types. Something about he ate your ass.
Oh, you're talking about Melt. Okay.
Oh,
Literally, he literally ate my ass in January or February before I collabed with Gucci. I never had sex with Melt again. I never even seen Melt again
okay.
after I freaking collabed with Gucci. He is completely in the clear of HSV. He's literally just talking about how I got karma for telling people that he ate my ass.
Got it.
I have the girl that you guys were also addressing earlier about her being a content creator, or he said that it was a collaboration. She's calling me right now. Can I answer?
Yes, you can.
Okay, so basically I'm on stream right now. Do you want to defend yourself or do you want to say anything? They can hear you, just a warning.
Um, they don't know who I am, though, right?
No, I'm not gonna they only know your abbreviation. AAY.
Okay, so I mean, I was with him like last year, and I guess he got mad at me about something, so he just now decided to release the video. And he told me, "I'm gonna send you the video. If you don't want it released, I'm not gonna release it." So a few months later is when he decided to release the video, and it went viral. I cried and cried and cried. Don't release the video. Take it down. He published it. I guess he sold it to some type of porn site, and it went viral from there. And I begged him for months to take the video down. Oh, you got to talk to my management team. You got to talk to da da da. He kept dubbing me and pushing me off for months. So long story short, I was just like, all right, I'm gonna get my lawyer involved. So he was just like, oh, I don't have time to deal with that. I'll take it down. He never took the video down until the other day. So then I told him like, bro, I am pregnant. I can't be dealing with none of this shit that you're talking about. Like, block my number. So I go to the doctor every 2 weeks because I'm pregnant, and they've taken my blood, they've taken all my urine samples, they did anal swabs, they did vaginal swabs. Nothing came back, but it's just, why are you ignoring me?
Wow.
Yeah, they heard everything.
Hey, Danae, you said something on Twitter, so I want to ask how you rationalize it, right? Because Gucci says she might be a victim, she's not my victim. That's what his statement. What you did say is that you are a victim, but you also said that you said it was your
Pray for the
fault.
kid,
And I think
man.
some people
Pray
might
for
be
the
having a
child.
hard time rationalizing what that means. If you're a victim, how could it be your fault, right? So how do you look at the entire situation, in the aftermath?
So I live my life trying to hold myself accountable in every situation that I'm in, whether or not I am the main problem or I'm the smallest problem. So I was always taught that, especially whenever I was young. I grew up around dysfunctional people. So you learn how to break generational curses as you get older. And so I can completely understand that I should have known as an OF creator and a quote unquote baby porn star what a herpes sore or a dried up herpes sore looks like, not to collaborate with somebody unless you get their full panel results. I I completely understand that. But not only were me and Gucci collaborating, he also was speaking to me in a romantic manner and he was making romantic gestures. So
Did you get his name
things
tatted? I seen a video.
I
Like,
did. It's covered now. But
wait,
it
were
was
you guys that much involved that you got his name tatted? Tatted though? Because
um
how old are you?
She's
I was
19.
19 at the
Oh,
time. I'm 20 now.
Okay.
I turned 20 in March. Like
So if
I
you
found out that I had a music.
if you tatted his name, you like this guy, right?
Yeah, we were like at
That was a
first
poly or
he was
something.
a
That's what's
very sweet guy. I got his name tatted 4 days into knowing him, and I know everybody's like,
wow.
"Whoa, what the fuck?"
Was the dick
Um,
that good? Like I know. Obviously, it's sour grapes at this point, but still.
it was just big.
Bro, Ak,
I'm not.
hold on, Ak, you're a grown ass man asking if another dick is good.
No, because no. I gotta ask her why would she get his name tatted 4 days into meeting
Cause
him?
she liked them. They liked each other a lot.
It wasn't even just that. It was also
That's
content.
not normal. That's not
It was
normal.
It's not normal, but I am not in a normal predicament. It was also content. He was telling me that he was going to be my content partner. He was telling me that we were going to keep consistently making content. This meeting was not, oh yeah, let's just collab and then part ways. No, the reason why I was in Houston, the reason why I was spending time in Houston was because he was going to become one of my romantic, like he was going to be my romantic partner.
Got it.
This was not just a collaboration.
Got it.
And so I got it even right here. The placement is kind of fucking ironic because while we're doing content, they're gonna see, oh yeah, this is his.
Oh, I get
Bro,
it.
yes.
Ak, basically, while she's sucking dick, it's gonna be like right here.
Calm down. Hold on. Wait, so I'm gonna ask a few advocate questions just because in situations like this you'll have people thinking like this, right? So someone might say, well, maybe you and him fell out, and now you're just blaming anything you've contracted on him. Did you cover the tattoo after you found out, or did you guys fall out before? Because you clearly covered it, and you're just bringing your story to light now. So what happened? So you went there. I guess he sold you a dream. You guys having sex. He's and I've heard this theory also said, right? They were like, hey, she's 19 and probably ignored safeguards because of the collab potential and what it could do for her career. Do you think that's true or no?
I know that's not true. I know that in the moment I just wasn't thinking, and also I would have expected somebody with herpes